It would have been interesting seeing how you would have done. He would have used it in triangle offense.
To get me easier shots, to get Kobe easier shots, to save our legs and our bodies so when we play later on in the season, we'll still have the same bounce, same energy.
Do you think triangle offense would work with big centers? I guess he would because he had Shaq, right? So
we played it in high school. I played the triangle in high school.
Who was your coach?
My coach was Courtney Brooks.
Was he ever under Tex Winter, or how did he pick up triangle offense?
We just got it because my goal was to go to the NBA. And I remember my 11th grade year, we watched Shaq destroy the Philadelphia 76ers. And Dikembe Mutombo, rest in peace, Dikembe. But I watched at this camp I was in, this leadership camp, Shaq elbow Matt Geiger and Dikembe Mutombo in the chest and dunk on them every play. And so after watching that, my coach was like, we need to run triangle. I got to get you ready for the league.
Your coach learned triangle offense?
We was doing the triangle offense in high school.
That's not an easy offense for a coach to pick. How long did it take for you guys to get it down? It must have taken months.
Yeah, it did. But once we got it, it was easy.
Because there is no point guard. Like you're always
everybody.
Yeah, it's always interchangeable.
Dwight, stop it. You don't need any sort of offense when you're in high school. You're the best player in the country. They throw you the ball, you win the state championship. You don't run the offense. Get out of Dwight's way.
That's a very good point. By the way,
stop.
What were your numbers in high school? Like what was your biggest game ever in high school?
Biggest game I almost had 50, but my coach took me out because he didn't want me to disrespect the other team. He felt like it was getting too disrespectful. And I was upset about that because I wanted to have a 50 ball. Like, that's like, who does not want to have 50 points in a game?
And I saw the fact that you had the offers from Duke. Who was it? Carolina? Who else was there?
Every school. I was just telling my kids the other day, I had a tub about probably a tub this big, this wide, this long. Probably about this wide, 3 or 4 tubs filled with letters from every school in America when I was in high school trying to get me to come to their school. And I was like, man, there's no way I can choose a college.
Were you ever tempted at all
to go to school?
Was it ever tempted did any college meet with you and convince you to say, you know what, Dean Smith, 04, who's 04?
That's UNC.
Was anybody able to get you to at least think about it?
UNC got me to come to an official visit to UNC. That was the only school I did an official visit with. Because my goal was to go out to the NBA and be the first pick out of high school. That was one of the goals that I written down with my dad, to be the first pick in the NBA draft. So I was like, I can't go to college if this is my goal. And I did a visit at UNC. When I got there, I was like, this ain't really for me. I think if I go to college, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble.
In what regard?
Partying and...
Not partying, but...
The ladies?
Yeah, it was a lot. But
UNC.
then, I went to the NBA. It's even more. So it's like, that don't even make sense. What are you talking about?
There was only a finite amount of women in college.
NIL today, would you have gone to college or you're still going straight in? Would NIL made a difference for you or not at all?
No, I probably would have still.
You would have still come in. Okay. So you talking about Lakers, you say, if I go to the Lakers, I'm going to stay with them for 20 years. Not 20 years, but I would be a lifer with them. So I remember, when I'm at P.F. Chang's, me and this guy named Araj were debating between you and Bynum. I wrote about Bynum in my book, Your Next 5 Moves. He's in a book. Anyways. And I said, I'm like, he says, no, I'm picking Bynum. I said, why? Bynum's got more finesse, soft touch. I said, dude, I said, I get it. I just don't know if Bynum loves the game. Because to me, I think Bynum was a big guy, coach saw, picked him up. But when I watch him play the game, I don't know if he loves this game. Remember the issue he had 2 years when he went through, I don't know where it's Philadelphia.
I think he did love the game. But see, I think that was him. I don't know him personally, but I want to say that probably was him acting out a little bit. Like, he came from high school. He went and played one of the greatest players ever in basketball.
With Kobe, man.
No, he's talking about Shaq when he went up against Shaq.
I'm talking about Kobe. He played with one of the best players ever.
I'm thinking you were saying the game where he went against Shaq and he didn't back down.
Yeah, But see, while playing with one of the greatest players ever, he's probably getting ridiculed and all these different things. So at a young age, he's like, man, I watched this guy growing up, I was a baby when Kobe was, in the league, all these different things, and now he's playing with him. And now when his idol is probably yelling at him and going off on him, that probably put him in a place like, dang, like I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy, or I'm not feeling this. Like, I came here to get better, but how can I grow if I'm number 2 or number 3 behind Kobe? Or you got to think he's a young guy. He wanted to shine too. So that's pretty tough.
But you make a point, because there are like, for example, Nick Saban comes into the NFL, doesn't do well, goes back to college, kills. And then you have guys that go from NBA, college, they come back to the NBA. Or whatever, NFL, whatever pro you want to say. So what's the difference? If I go to college, I'm dealing with greenies. So Nick Saban didn't have a problem with development and kind of taking young guys and building them up. It's not easy, because you're more distracted, more, oh my God, girls, party, how do I get these guys to stay locked and come to the gym early, don't drink, don't smoke weed? It's a different mindset that you have, right? So it's almost, there's certain players, like if I was a team owner and I got Kobe as my superstar, dude, I'm going to be like, Kobe, don't kill this new draft pick, bro. Okay, it's almost like I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what's the point of having a number 1 draft pick that comes here that Kobe's going to kill him for 2 or 3 years? Let the guy go get his ass kicked, and then let me bring him here 3, 5, 6, 7 years later. Like, I think that's that. Versus, and I think I put Michael in that as well. Michael had a hard time when the whole cat story with, Kwame, or even, the Horace Grant and Scotty, because I think Horace was an 87 draft, 88 draft, and it's back-to-back they come in. And he almost pushed them out, but then they were able to get acclimated, and then they won those 3 chips together. But to me, I think about that. The part I think about with you, and I thought about this was the reason why you left. And please correct me if I say this, because I followed you very closely, and I was one of the guys that was very excited when he came to the Lakers the first time around, not second time around. Because first time around, I thought it was going to be like, dominance, right?
Me and Kobe. Yeah.
There was, and I haven't seen this thing since it happened. So whatever year you came, you'll remember this, where they're showing they've already announced they've signed. You're in the office with Kupchak, I want to say, the GM, and he is pointing out all the rafters, right? I don't know if you remember this. And he says, look at the history of big men that we've had here. The great Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, and maybe one day you. Something like this. I don't even think you're going to find this. I don't think you're going to find this clip at all, but I'm certain you remember something like that happened. And I watch your body language. And I watch it, I'm like, I don't know if that put unnecessary pressure for you to play loose. I don't know if it made you nervous. I don't know if it made you, because there's a difference playing in Orlando Magic, right? No one expects you to win. So if you win, you're God. But you come to Lakers, it's like, dude, no one expects you to lose. You better win, or else get the hell out of our city type of a mindset.
Right.
Did that at all shake you up a little bit when Mitch Kupchak did that?
No, I loved it, because I was like, man, this is why I play. What's up, y'all? This your boy, Dwight Howard, a.k.a. the Hall of Fame Superman in the building. If y'all want to connect with me, ask me any question, just go to Connect, and I got all the answers for y'all. Yeah, I can tell you how many women, Wilt Chamberlain, no, that was just fake. But guess what? I got all the expertise, basketball, chess. If you want to learn how to do Snapchat, if you want to learn to get that jump shot silky smooth like me, if you want the fresh fade with the nice hair, come check your boy out. We got expertise in a lot of areas. Remember, Connect and Connect. I'll see y'all there. Peace.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.